Well, we've crossed the WA South Australian border, and the sun's just going down. It's a bit bright. See if I can get in the shade here a bit. Oh, that's better. We've crossed the WA South Australian border, and we're at a little place just over the border. It's just past the 10-mile peg, and it's before the start of the Bunda Cliffs section. They call it Beach View or something like that. And I'll take you down. It's pretty windy at the moment, but I'll take you around the back of the van and just show you the view. It's pretty good, and the sun's just going down. So this isn't a bad little place at all. Very accessible, even if you've got a two-wheel drive. Just a little bit rocky, but it's certainly not too bad. But it's quite picturesque, and on a day when the wind's not blowing, it would be absolutely beautiful. So I'll just take you down here to the point and show you the vista. Have a look at this. So this is where we are. Pretty specky, pretty windy, but it's beautiful. Out of the breeze. Lisa's in here prepping dinner.
Oh, and getting rid of all the veggies,
because we're into Ceduna tomorrow, and there's a quarantine station, a fruit fly quarantine station at Ceduna, so you've got to ditch all your fruit and veggies. So last time we did this, they weren't interested in the pre-made veggies, so we've made a couple of takeaway salads, and fingers crossed they won't want them, but if they do, c'est la vie. Can't be helped. But we've managed to get through most of our fruit and veggies. We've only just got a few bits and pieces left. So what's on the menu tonight?
pizza.
Pizza. And we're very excited because we bought a pizza cutter. So, hey, check out the view from the kitchen. This is pretty good. I'll see if I can get it actually.
Pizza with coriander. Everything has coriander on it.
This is the view from the bedroom and the kitchen.
And the lounge room.
And the lounge room, the toilet, and the laundry, and the billiard room. Hang on, I'll just open this, show you. It's gorgeous. Oh, hang on. Better undo those before I bust the windows. It's a gorgeous view, but at the moment, just a little bit too windy to have the windows opened. Hopefully that'll die down overnight tonight. We'll see what it's like in the morning. Here's the pizza. And the pizza chef. This afternoon is just going from magnificent to, well, I don't know what better than magnificent is, but it's going that way anyway. Have a look at this, the sunset. So that's the sunset that way, and just over this way is the moon coming up. It's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Who'd be in a caravan park? Got to be crazy. Oh, look at that moon. Yep, that's pretty beautiful, all right. You can't beat it. Moon coming up on one side, sun going down on the other side. It's just fantastic. Talk about fantastic. The pizza is ready. Here she is. I was just saying, your friend the moon.
Oh,
peeping up.
It'll get better tomorrow.
Okay. I'll stick some photos in, take them with my phone, because it looks so much better. It looks more realistic on the phone. GoPro's not so great in low lights. All right, time for pizza. Pizza and red wine night. Yeehaw! Love Italian night. Where we're just starting our run along the Bunda Cliffs. We thought we'd come into the lookout and have a look, even though we saw a lot of it last time, but it just never fails to impress. It is so beautiful, quite spectacular. Just have a look at it. It is amazing, absolutely amazing. Stunning place. Love to be here in whale season, see the whales frolic. That is just beautiful. This is our first beach in South Australia. So this little place is called Laura Bay. I think it's called Sandy Cove in Laura Bay, but have a look at this. How beautiful is that? So we're going to have a swim. Looks lovely, doesn't it? How's the water? So Laura Bay, it's called Sandy. I think it's Sandy Cove, wasn't it? Something like that. Sandy Cove. So we're halfway between Ceduna and Smoky Bay. It's just beautiful.
Don't you swim?
No, it's not right. I'm having withdrawal symptoms. It's only been 3 days. Just realised this is Lisa's first swim in South Australia. Look how much she's enjoying it. It's not cold. She's just a horse. It's not cold at all. It's beautiful. Just waiting for that moment of elation as she submerges herself into the water. You are such a horse. It's beautiful. See?
It's fine.
Puffing just a little bit. We're out of practice. I've been away from that 4 mile hill for 5 days or something. But we're in Ceduna and been here for a couple of days. No, just for 1 day. So we're out tomorrow, but we thought we'd just come up and watch the sun go down from the lookout at the top of the caravan park, looking back over the bay at Ceduna. That would have to be the smallest bottle of champagne I've ever seen in my life. Have you got 3 or 4 of them?
No, just one.
We're still struggling to get used to this daylight saving South Australian time. It's now, what time is it? 8:30.
8:23.
So 8:23. The sun is just going down. But the good side is that the sun doesn't come up until 7 o'clock in the morning. So I've managed to break my 4:30 wake up that's been plaguing me since Fitzgerald River. But the birds played a fair old hand in that as well. But yeah, 4:30 every morning, wide awake. It was not the best. But now with daylight saving and South Australian time, and we're not that far from the border, 400 kilometres or something from the border, the sun stays up a lot longer than it does in WA, that's for sure. Okay, gonna have a glass of bubbles and just watch the sun sink over the horizon. So just south of Ceduna, south of Smoky Bay, by about 6 kilometres or something, on a place called Brown Point. And we've just set up, just over there. We're here for a couple of days. It's meant to be a hottie today, 39 degrees, but we'll see how we go. At least we've got a nice breeze here, but check out the view. Pretty cool. So there's a little spot just down here called the Rock Pools. So we'll go for a walk down there later and have a swim. We just got to have a coffee. But how cool is this spot? Okay, so while we're sitting here just having a cuppa, looking out at this view, I might as well tell you a little bit about Point Brown. So as I mentioned before, it's about probably about 4 or 5 kilometres south of the turnoff into Smoky Bay, and then it's about a 20-kilometre road from the turnoff down to the beach. And the road is corrugated. It's not badly corrugated, but we stopped and let our tyres down because we've learnt that lesson. So we dropped them to 30 all round on the car and from 70 down to 55 on the van, and it was fine. There's just one section there, there's a bit of a hill, and where everyone slows down and speeds up, the corrugation's pretty bad either side of the hill, but you slow down, crawl over it, only goes for 50 metres and then you're out of it. And then when you get to the end of the road, you can either turn right and head north, and there's a sandy point there, and there's lots of camping spots on that sandy point. They're pretty tricky though, but there are some big vans in there, but boy, I don't know how they got them in. There's some pretty tricky little spots they've got them into. Or you can turn left and head down to what they call the Rock Pools, and that's what we did. And it's only about 1 kilometre from the main road down to the Rock Pools, and there's probably enough room for a good, say, 6 or 8 vans camped on the top of the cliff here, overlooking the little bay and the rock pools, and it is just beautiful. But pick your weather. This side here is very exposed to the south, whether it be southeast southerly or southwesterly winds, whereas the other side is facing north, so you're protected from those southerly winds. But we've got 2 days of very low winds, so we should be good. But Point Brown, it is a cracker of a spot, and I'll just put the drone up and got some footage, so I'll show you some of that. It's a great spot. If you would like to find a nice little free camp between Smoky Bay and Streaky Bay, this is a great spot.
We're at this beautiful part of South Australia, just off from Smoky Bay, Point Brown Rock Pool, and unfortunately a few little ferals, old or young, don't really know, come up here, do their business, leave it under a rock, and with a big piece of toilet paper. So Andrew's been going around this morning collecting it all. You have these amazing sand hills that you could find yourself a little spot behind there if you really had to. Dig a hole, bury it, or better still, put it in a plastic bag and take your rubbish with you.
And as we always say, if you're not part of the solution, you're just part of the problem. Just clean up a little bit around you. Leave it better than you found it. That's our motto. I am so excited. We've been on the road almost 3 years. 3 years next month in March. 7th of March is our 3-year anniversary. And in 3 years, we have never had this delicacy in the caravan. Ice cream. I love ice cream. And in 3 years, we've never had ice cream. And this is the first time ever. I don't know why we decided we'd buy it. First time ever we've had ice cream, and I'm loving it. What a delicacy. We're on our way out of Point Brown. Just as we were leaving, there was a bit of a sort of low cloud rolling in. And as we drove out, it's just like this big bank of fog just rolling in behind us. Have a look at this. I'm not sure how well it's going to come up in the video, but it almost looks like a big bushfire. It's quite incredible. So it's just, obviously, it's just like a sea fog or something like that, but wow, it's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, we'll keep going. Get to the end of this road before the fog sets in and we can't see where the road is. Better lock that door? No, not yet.
I love it when we can laugh together. That kind of thing, it just makes me feel better. I'm gonna give this just one try. Or what if I told you you took my breath away? And what if I told you I wish that I could stay? Is it a mistake? Will my heart break? Or will you love when I say, what if I told you you took my breath away?